Bonjour, my name is Steve Peat. I'm a downhill mountain biker. I come from England. I've won 17 World Cups, 3 overall titles and 1 World Championship.
Hey, my name is Nicolas Vouilloz, come from France. Like Steve, mountain bike downhill racer, and I achieved 10 overall, no, 5
overall.
5 overall, 10 world with 3 junior, and yeah, a bit less than you, 16 race World Cup, and you 17, yeah.
The best thing about being retired is I can have more hangovers. And you, Nico?
I can finally drink beer, like Steve. I have less training, but yeah, enjoying more the life and food and just ride for fun, like going and don't think about any kind of training of.
Yeah, I think for me it's more the training, the time that you have to put in to prepare to be a World Cup racer it's a lot of time in the gym, on a road bike, training, doing sprints and then actually riding downhill. So I think that's the thing, you can do more things with your life when you're not training as hard to race World Cup. I think the worst thing about not racing, being retired from racing, is having the competition and winning the races.
Yeah, and feeling that you will never can come back, go back, backward. So you stop and the year
To the same level that you
Yeah,
used to be at.
exactly.
You realize that you'll never be at that level again.
My last races was really that I really push on a small races in Grenoble. I knew it was the last one after Léger where you beat me after the World Champ. And but at the start of this race, I gave maybe like never, took risk, and I was in a good spirit and everything going through, and I was really happy to do this. But then I say, it was the last time I will be able to ride like that.
Yeah, that's it. You realize that racing World Cups to me is like the creme de la creme. It's the top of our sport. And when you you do it for so many years and then you don't have that race to be able to race those anymore, it's tough at first. It's quite a hard transition to make from being at the top level down to not racing anymore. Yeah, I mean, it's great. I retired from World Cup racing, but now I still have a job within the industry. I still go to World Cup races and help the syndicate riders out. For me, that's part passion and part job. I enjoy being on the hill, looking at the lines, talking to the guys about their preparation for the race that weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, yeah, I stopped quite earlier than Steve. He was 2003, yeah, and yeah, find a job also in industry with Lapierre, and work on a bicycle and develop platforms. Then I compete in rally car as well, so I keep in competition. I think it's tough when you really stop and you still need to do something in racing, even if it's not in your main sport, just to slow down step by step, not straight. And yeah, like Steve, I like to yeah to work with young guys and try to help them. And yeah, I'm a bit more focused on all the bike work and to help them. Yeah, but also ride with them. And now, yeah, try to share experience. It's a thing. He keep us in a race spirit.
Yeah, close
and
to the sport.
Yeah, and at the end you realize you have even more feeling and good vibration than when it's you that you win races. So you like Loic at the World Championship. I was super happy for him. Yeah. And you realize more what he arrived to do. Won a third elite title, second one in a row. But when you are doing it, okay, you are in a race and okay, you're happy. But
yeah, I think you get to take a step back and you look at it from the outside and
Exactly.
what the young kids are doing now and the speeds that the young kids are going. It's impressive for us to watch. and it's good to be a part of that.
Yeah.
I don't really have any crazy memories about Nico racing because
He was crazy.
he was always so calculated, so perfect, so such good lines. Got some funny stories at the after parties, but we'll save that for another day.
Yeah. Mine was not really funny because it was the image I had at the 204 in Léger, because you deserve the world title so much and just miss on the last turn. So even for me, it was frustrating because I knew how much effort you need to put in, and last turn it's something really hard, especially when you are in front. But you got later on, and your age was 35, and I probably sure that this will stay like the...
Yeah, I think for me the Léger one, I look at myself and think I was an idiot too, but I came into that turn too quick and threw it away on the last turn, and that was one of the first times I ever cried at a race, and like went and sat in the van, and I was so upset, and I thought about it for years after that, until Canberra. Once I won in Canberra, then it was like, whew, I finally did it. Yeah. So I think if I would have never won in Canberra,
no, it will stay really.
Yeah, Léger turn would still be. I'd still cry over it.
Yeah. But you are living close to Léger, so I think it's your heart. It's okay.
Probably wouldn't have it
No.
if I hadn't won in Canberra. Yeah, it's a funny one. Yeah, we because of the history I think that we have racing each other and being major competitors. I think it's lucky that it's so long ago now. When we get on the trail now, obviously we still want to, for me personally, I still want to be fast and show Nico that I can still ride a bike decent. But yeah, the competition is, I don't feel too much competition now when I ride. I just like to have fun, and I think with the filming we've done this weekend, it's just been fun, and it's been really cool to ride with Nico just in a fun environment more than a competition.
Yeah, it's kind of the same for me. Like, yeah, the shooting was great, and I was really happy to finally ride with Steve, because we always compete together. We were, I think Steve was my biggest rival. Like, he was consistent, fast, and he was not a racer for 1 year where he was in top form, but then he was not. He was really consistent, and I really have to be at 100% to be able to beat him. So, and finally, have fun and play together without competition. Of course, we want to show, we are happy to show that at our age, like 44 and 42, like we start to get some miles. But we are still able to take some risk at least, and we are not afraid. Yeah,
we don't want to look like old men on the bikes.
Exactly. So we are a bit stiff, but it's okay. Off the brake.
It's a tough one because I lost so many world championships and Nico took them all. So I think the world championships for me was really tough. It was like, oh, Nico got another one. Oh, he got another one, kind of thing. And it was like when it's the world championships, it's that one event of the year. World Cups, you have a chance to make up and lose points and stuff. But yeah, the world championships was definitely the toughest, and Nico knew how to lift his game on that day.
Yeah. For me it was all the race in France. I mean, I don't think I won a lot, or maybe not. And Steve, I really believe he has extra motivation when we've been racing in France, and just to kick my ass and say, look on the World Cup in France. No, it was funny, but yeah, I was not really, not good. I was good, but you were. I think just extra motivation give you the up speed to beat me. Yeah.
I'll go first because you have a lot more experience than me. Right. I've had a little play on e-bikes, and I really like them for the fact that older people can come back into the sport and enjoy the sport more. Yeah, for me that's key. I know a lot of people, like a 70-year-old guy that used to ride 20 years ago and now he's got an e-bike. He's coming back into the sport and having fun riding again. So for me, e-bikes are really good for that.
Yeah. No, it's a key thing. Yeah, it's open really doors, and I think even for young, they are not looking for e-bike now, but as soon as they try it, they are really excited about it because you have fun in uphill as well. Yeah. And especially for guys like us who come from downhill, we like to pedal, but at the end we like to play with bikes. And with e-bike, if you want to only play, you can. If you want to pedal hard as well, you can. You really have the choice. So sometimes for us, like we like downhilling, it's easy. You just push the button on boost and you do 1 hour and a half full speed, and you have speed everywhere. So
yeah, I think now the geometry and the bikes are getting evolved, and the Shimano engine and stuff is getting evolved a lot better. I think the bikes are a lot more fun to ride now. At first they were a little bit weird and different geometries, but now they seem to be getting better. So it's more fun to be able to do lots of laps of one track. It's really good.
Step engine is really lightweight, like you say. It's involved a lot, and you have big rings, so up 25. It's quite free as well. It's free, and so it's more like a normal bike. Yeah. And in uphill, it's like a lift mode
on boost.
Or if people have the same bike as you, you're like that because you have the same thing.
Yeah, for me, at World Cup level, I'm not so happy about how the tracks have gone now. It seems to me like they're trying to make them look good on TV rather than care about how good the racing is and how technical they are for the sport. So for me personally, I like the really technical tracks, and I think now some of the tracks are a little bit too easy. I think for me, back in the day, Slovenia used to be a really good track, like 98, 99.
Grand Prix de Maribor, we call it, because it was fast and technical, but like a bit of MotoGP. Like.
Yeah, but it had a little bit of everything on the track, I think. It had like real technical, rooty stuff. It had a few big jumps, some fast open sections, then some slow, more technical sections. I think it had like a good mix of everything on that track back, It's a long time ago, but more recently, I think, like Maribor, I think that was a really good track a few years ago.
And through my eyes, looking mostly on TV, the main thing I really had to, I really think that the track are way faster than in the past. Like, in the past, it was more, turn, and we tried to have speed in turn. And now it's sometimes not so much turn, straight, rough, big hole, because all the riders are going fast with good bike, and it looks more physical than technical. It's both, of course, but the part of physical, if you are strong on your bike, it's one of the key. You can see the best rider or the...
Yeah, so the training, I think, is a little bit different from when we raced.
Yeah, it's really more gym, and first you need to be strong and then off the brake. Maribor as well was a good remember. I also like Mont Saint-Anne as well. For me, it was a good one, especially the atmosphere, and you can see the race is still there.
Some good after party.
Yeah. And I had a good remember in Japan as well. When we've been in Japan, the track was quite long. We have some sleepy part, open part, fast part, and the people were amazing too. You remember?
I always say about Japan, it was the first place I ever went to. When they come for an autograph, they line up. They just wait their turn.
Really strictly. Hardtail. You know the vibration. You know the feeling when.
Getting shaken around on a hardtail. What about, you miss your skin suit?
No. Are you missing your non-visor?
No, I don't miss that.
So happy that finally there is a rule for that.
Yeah.
Because I was doing it for sure, but
yeah, we had to.
We had to because we were trying to find 10 of second everywhere,
Yeah.
but for sure we are not missing it.
Yeah. But now the rule is there, but some of the young kids now with their fox pants and stuff are starting to, I think they're starting to
Stretch a bit, yeah.
push the boundaries a little bit.
Yeah.
I think they're all
Crazy.
weak pussies, can't drink.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the question?
I think, yeah, the riders these days compared to when we were racing, I personally I don't think there's too much difference, but they have to train differently to how we used to train. Like Nicolas said before, the strength and the power to ride the tracks now, because the tracks aren't as technical, is definitely different. It's definitely a different type of training for the guys.
Yeah. Yeah, looks there is some many kids who are really fast. I like to see there is a really good competition. I had the feeling back in the day we were just a few one to be able to win a race, and this day there are almost 10 or 6, 7, 8, depend, but they are, and so the competition it's even greater because it's close, and you have to ride it perfect if you don't want to be 5 or 6 instead of first or 2. So it's good. They are good.
Yeah, it's a high level of competition.
Yeah.
I think if I had to talk to the UCI about a sport and change something, I'd put it back to the way it was a couple of years ago. There was 80 guys could qualify, and now it's only 60 guys, and there's 10 guys protected. I don't think it's fair for like those guys that are trying to get into the sport and want to race World Cups for life. For me that's hard. I think they should make it easier for people to get into World Cup racing.
If I have to make it better, I will try to walk a bit more on a track to make it better when it's raining, for sure. Like it was done, for example, in UK for Williams this year compared to last year, when it was completely mess on the wood section and it was muddy and it was just a joke, impossible to ride, or it was like a lottery. So this I will, and I was quite sad as well last year in Lourdes when the weather forecast was saying it will rain in the middle of the afternoon. Every day was confirmed, and for TV we have to wait, and they didn't have a B plan to make the race fair, more fair, because when it's outdoor sport, so we know it's tough, but it's a show, and the show was completely destroyed, and it's also high level, high expectation. You train hard and you ride the first race, and they say, oh, it will rain in the middle of the final. It's confirmed, and you wait and it was.
It's not fair competition because the track changes for like the top 20 guys. It's a good point.
Enduro, it's really the way we are riding bike every day, and it's why I really like this kind of ride. Competition side is not easy to make it clean. It's true, because even if the trail are closed 1 week before, you go earlier and you see and you see the area and you ride. So, but for sure, it's I think the enduro find its place in the in between cross country and downhill. You have the top level in downhill, and it's true. It's
for sure,
it's like Formula One of the sport, and enduro is not that the level is less, just it's different way, and you can ride at the same speed as downhill because you never know exactly the trail. Trail are longer, bike is different. You have to climb sometime 1 hour and a half at the top, so you are not in a good
it's
same
a tough
pace.
sport, and it's different. I think it's actually a lot harder to train to be a top level enduro rider than it is to be a World Cup downhill.
Only thing it's the same for everyone, and I don't find that good. Like for pro rider, he has the same time to go at the top, the same race length, and you have some junior coming in, girl junior, woman, and people who are not racing, because enduro it's for more people than downhill. It's open, and the level came a bit too high for me, and they should try to think a bit differently, you know, compared to your level.
Yeah, yeah. I always laugh because it's enduro now, and everybody talks about it like it's quite a new sport and stuff like that. But we've been riding cross country. It's similar to cross country mountain biking.
Yeah,
we've been riding that all our careers. So it's funny. It's just they just renamed it.
Go fast on trail.
My kids enjoy riding bikes now, and I think Nico's kids also enjoy it. Maybe one day we could get them on the racetrack and they could race each other, but my kids don't race now. They enjoy riding. They come to Morzine Bike Park with me in the summer and play around. They raced a little bit of BMX at first, but one day maybe they get to ride together
one
too.
Day. Mine are not really race minded. The first one for sure bike is not his sport. Second one maybe I have maybe a chance to have a more a kid who like and enjoy my sport, but he's 4 years old, and I really don't push. Honestly, when we achieve what we did, and you are really happy to get kids who share the same passion. Yeah. Really pushing. No, it's the same for you for sure. We let them go, and if they ask, we will give the keys to help. But pushing them like we can see sometimes some parents in football, or just be hard with them.
Yeah, I think like our kids obviously are surrounded by bikes the whole time, so they see it and they're there when they want to ride a bike. They've got a bike to ride. It's easy, but my kids like cricket. It's like, I don't care. They can do whatever they're happy doing. There's no pressure from me to say, oh, you have to go race mountain bikes, or you have to do this on a bicycle. It's not. It's just fun. The first time I came to Morzine, I had my kid. He was only 8 years old, and we sat on a chairlift going up the hill, and we were like having a little cuddle. And for me, that was awesome. Like I actually get to ride a chairlift and ride bikes with my kid just for fun on the hill. I enjoyed that.
Yes, Steve. Yeah, I have a question. Yeah, it's not especially a funny one, but more about how you manage, your kid's life, and you are really busy traveling around every time still, even if you stop competing. And I'm sure you're a nice dad, and you like to spend time with them, but you are also a professional racer. Or you arrive to find manage all that?
The balance with the family, It was really tough when we were racing at the top level, because I think when you're racing like that, you have to be a little bit selfish. You have to be about yourself, about recovery, about training, and doing the right thing to have the best preparation. Luckily, I have a good wife that took great care of my kids from a younger age. But once I got kids, I used to travel a lot and be away for weeks at a time. And then once I got kids, it would always be I'd get to the race as late as possible, get home as early as possible, and just try and spend as much time with them. I think we have a good life through what I achieved in mountain biking. So there's a little bit of a playoff between sort of the time I get to spend with my family and the way that I earn a living. But yeah, family is everything, and you just try and manage it the best you can.
Yeah. In any case, you don't quit sport for that, or maybe yes, a little bit, because you saw that took too much time. And
yeah, but I think since I quit racing, I feel more busy. I seem to travel a lot more. This year especially has been quite a busy year for me, but it's tough. We try and manage it so that the family can come with me on certain trips, and if I spend some time out here in Morzine for the summer and ride, I bring the family here, and then I can be based here, go to races. So I've actually got them a little bit closer to me then. So for Nico, one question I've always wanted to ask you: how the hell did you win 10 world championships? It wasn't like we weren't trying to beat you. But,
I think, it's hard to answer, but there is so many things who come. But first, for sure, I had some luck. when I look all the title, I have so many. I have a few one with like, especially the first one with a crash. So another guy.
Was that your first junior one?
Yeah, or second one.
Yeah.
You know, his tire go out of,
Fuck,
and I was so. But then I think I understood a bit. I have to do, and the first thing is just I was super motivated for this race,
Yep.
and one day races.
So was everybody else.
Yeah. No, but in World Cup circuit sometimes I was a bit stressed during the World Cup. I don't know. I want to get a good race, but the stress take the advantage. And on the World Champ, my focus and motivation was even more, and the stress go away. I was just so hungry or happy for this race and challenge for. But it's true that when I look back, say, well, it's maybe the thing I like is I didn't lost my nerves just for that.
Yeah.
Okay, you can be fast, not fast, but I managed the nerves, and I'm proud of it.
It was for me. It was really impressive to watch. Although it was quite annoying at times, but really impressive that you could just like take that one race and lift your game and always
together, all together.
always be dialed when you got to World Championships.
Cool.